And you're Gustavo Fring. I've been an admirer of yours for many years.
He can serve you a delicious plate of fried chicken with a smile, then coldly order your execution without a second thought. Gustavo Fring is a man of chilling duality, a master of disguise who embodies the very definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. But what truly lies beneath the surface of this mysterious figure? What dark psychological forces drive his actions and shape his terrifyingly effective approach to power? Let's peel back the layers of Gus Fring's psyche and delve into the intricate workings of a criminal mastermind. Now, Gus is a master of compartmentalization, a psychological defense mechanism that allows him to exist in two distinct modes: the public persona of a genuine businessman and the secret reality of a drug kingpin. This duality is not merely a disguise, it's a deeply ingrained survival tactic in a world where exposure means death.
Better to control the opposition without their knowledge.
He flawlessly transitions between these two worlds, his demeanor shifting from a warm and caring guy that owns a chain of chicken restaurants to a cold-blooded killer with chilling ease. But this constant duality takes a toll. It requires a suppression of emotions, a detachment from the consequences of his actions that borders on the pathological. This detachment is evident in his ability to order executions without a flicker of remorse, to manipulate those around him without a shred of guilt.
I know what you've done. The Salamancas, they do not. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is this compartmentalization a sign of incredible mental discipline, or is it a symptom of a deeper psychological disturbance? This need for control hides a darker secret. Gus exhibits traits revealing obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. His meticulousness and need for control extend beyond his business dealings, flooding into every aspect of his life.
If you need a favor, I'm your man.
Same, naturally.
Oh, and I'll be back for that chicken, eh? It's too tasty to stay away from.
He demands order and cleanliness, whether it's the perfectly arranged spice rack in his kitchen or the spotless floors of his super lab. In one particularly revealing scene, after poisoning the cartel, Gus meticulously folds his jacket and places a towel on the floor before vomiting, maintaining a sense of order even in the midst of chaos. This obsession with order is a manifestation of his need to maintain a sense of control in a world that just feels chaotic and unpredictable. This control, however, can also be and also led to his undoing. His insistence on micromanaging every detail, his inability to tolerate nonconformity from his plans, can lead to rigidity and an inability to adapt when circumstances change. This is evident in his ever-increasing conflict with Walt, where his inability to stray from his plan to eliminate Walt ultimately leads to his downfall. Gus's past, which is shrouded in mystery and hinted at with connections to the Pinochet regime, likely instilled in him a deep-seated distrust of others and a belief in the necessity of self-reliance and control. He learned to suppress his emotions, to become a master of his own fate, and to manipulate those around him to achieve his desired outcomes. This manipulation is a cornerstone of his dark psychology.
Look at me. From now on, you are mine.
He's a puppeteer, pulling the strings of those around him with subtle precision. He understands human nature, exploiting weaknesses and vulnerabilities to bend others to his will. He can be charming and sociable one moment, then chillingly intimidating the next, adapting his approach to suit the individual he's dealing with. Whether it's manipulating Jesse Pinkman's loyalty by orchestrating a fake robbery to make him feel valued, exploiting Walter White's ego by constantly challenging his competence, or subtly coercing his employees with veiled threats. But beneath his calculated exterior lies flowing, suppressed rage. The brutal murder of his partner Max left a permanent scar on Gus's psyche, fueling a burning desire for revenge that just consumes him. His thirst for vengeance is the driving force behind his actions, the engine that propels his criminal enterprise. He can justify any act, no matter how ruthless, in the name of achieving his ultimate goal, which is the destruction of those who took Max from him.
You will do what is necessary.
But this constant pursuit of revenge, however, also blinds him to other possibilities. It prevents him from forming genuine connections, from experiencing joy and fulfillment outside of his quest for revenge and vengeance.
Why me?
Because I believe that you understand.
Understand what?
Revenge.
This inflexibility is glaringly apparent in his refusal to compromise with Walt, even when it threatens his entire operation. So while Walt initially admires Gus's professionalism and control, Gus fails to recognize the potential for a genuine partnership, blinded by his fixation on maintaining control and exacting revenge on the cartel.
You are done. Fired. Do not show your face at the laundry again. Stay away from Pinkman.
This relentless pursuit of revenge reveals this chilling lack of empathy, a hallmark of antisocial personality disorder. Gus can order the deaths of countless individuals without a trace of remorse. He sees people as pawns in his game, disposable assets to be used and discarded as needed. This is chillingly illustrated when he coldly orders the execution of Victor, his loyal henchman, simply to send a message to Walt and Jesse. This detachment allows him to make decisions that would horrify most people, to cross moral boundaries without hesitation. He operates in a world empty of moral constraints, where the ends always justify the means.
I'm in a war. I need a soldier.
So I'm going to work for one drug dealer killing other drug dealers.
However, this lack of empathy also isolates him, preventing him from forming genuine connections and ultimately contributing to his downfall. The Lucuma tree story from Gus's childhood offers a disturbing glimpse into the roots of his dark psychology. The story, where a young Gus traps and seemingly tortures a coati that eats from his prized fruit tree, foreshadows his later capacity for cruelty and his need for control.
I caught it. It fought me. But I was stronger.
The coati, like those who cross Gus later in life, become a symbol of those who threaten his carefully constructed order, and Gus responds with ruthless efficiency.
The merciful thing would have been to kill it. I kept it. It lived for quite some time.
This story suggests that Gus's dark leanings were present long before the trauma of Max's death, indicating a deeper-seated predisposition towards control and ruthlessness. So Gus Fring is a study in contrasts. He's a businessman and a murderer, a philanthropist, and a monster. He is a disturbing reminder that most dangerous predators often hide in plain sight, their true nature masked by a facade of normalcy. His dark psychology is a fascinating and disturbing exploration of the human capacity for evil, a testament to the power of trauma, and a cautionary tale about the seductive nature of control. His story, it's a tragedy, a decline into darkness fueled by loss and a thirst for revenge. In the end, his meticulously constructed empire crumbles and he meets a violent end, a victim of the same ruthlessness he so readily employed. Gus Fring's journey is a descent into darkness, a chilling testament to the corrosive effects of trauma and the seductive allure of power. He's a character who challenges our perceptions of good and evil, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable reality that the line between the two can be blurry indeed. So what are your thoughts on Gus Fring's dark psychology?